All right, let's talk about a topic that comes up quite often in Salesforce developer interviews, especially for candidates with 1 to 4 years of experience. The question goes something like this. Can you explain what collections are in Apex, and what are the different types available? Sometimes the interviewer might phrase it as, what is the difference between a list, a set, and a map in Apex? Either way, it is the same concept, and you absolutely want to nail this one. Now, here is a simple and strong way to answer this question in an interview. Collections in Apex are basically containers that allow you to store multiple values in a single variable. Instead of creating 10 separate variables to hold 10 values, you put them all into one collection. There are 3 types of collections in Apex: lists, sets, and maps. A list is an ordered collection. That means the items inside it have a position, and you can access them using an index, just like a numbered list. For example, if you have a list of account names, the first account is at position 0, the second is at position 1, and so on. Lists also allow duplicate values. A set is an unordered collection that does not allow duplicates. So if you are trying to store unique values, like a set of unique account IDs, a set is your best choice. Since it is unordered, you cannot access items by index. A map works with key value pairs. Think of it like a dictionary. Every key is unique and maps to a specific value. For example, you could map an account ID to an account name. This makes it very fast and efficient to look up data. One important thing worth mentioning is that all 3 collections can hold any data type, including primitive types like strings and integers, as well as Salesforce objects. Also, there is no fixed limit on how many items a collection can hold, though you do need to be mindful of the overall heap size limit in Apex. Now, once you give this answer, an interviewer will likely follow up with 2 or 3 more questions. Let me walk you through what to expect. The first follow-up might be, when would you use a map over a list? For this one, keep it simple. You would say that when you need to look up a specific record quickly using a unique key like an ID, a map is much more efficient than looping through a list. Maps are great for bulkifying your code and triggers. The second follow-up could be, why would you use a set instead of a list? Your answer here is straightforward. You use a set when you want to avoid duplicate values. For example, if you are collecting a group of record IDs and you want to make sure there are no repeats before using them in a query, a set handles that automatically. A third possible follow-up is, can you give an example of using a map in a trigger? You do not need to write code on the spot, but you can explain the idea. You would say something like, in a trigger, you can use a map to store the old values of a record using the record ID as the key, so you can quickly compare old and new values during an update. If you keep your answer simple, structured, and backed with a small real-world example, you will come across as confident and clear in your interview. Collections are a fundamental part of Apex, and showing that you understand when and why to use each type will set you apart from other candidates. You have got this.